So No Place Left is when we see a local indigenous team take on the identity of church and carry out the core missionary task for an area. And so as we see the prayer for lostness and then the gospel go out, it's leading to life transformation on individual, family, community basis. And the Spirit of God is leading this, and Jesus is building His church. This is something that's both local and personal, but it's also global, as the Spirit of God leads at Acts 1:8 movement. And one of the things I love is just seeing the sweetness of Jesus who's building His church, the relationships that are established, the prayers that are answered, as people are loving one another on a local and global level. You got a vision for finishing the Great Commission task. That's sacrificial. People are laying down their lives, they're laying down their resources, they're laying down their calendars to see this work accomplished, not individually, but together. And so it creates and leaves behind a family that, there's people you haven't seen for a while. You get together in another country and you've got Jesus in common, you got the vision in common, and it's just sweet.
Now there's a sweetness too coming out of all the people that are out of the harvest, because there's a lot of fruit the Lord seems to be producing. Can you comment on that a little bit?
Go ahead, Augie.
Yes, definitely Jesus is doing this, and we see people like getting from death to life, and people getting excited, people crying, people getting out of brokenness. And not only that, they just right away they decide to change their life to follow Jesus, and they become radicals for the kingdom. So that's amazing to see one person not only get connected to a place, but get connected to the kingdom and be used by God from the first day. So that's something amazing that God is doing.
And I think you see these warriors that are strong and mighty when it comes to vision and engaging, but when you get with them personally, there is that sweetness of relationship and love and caring for each other. I mean, you see Paul, who's a warrior, but you also see in his letters, his epistles, how much he loved those people. We see that here, and there's no levels of somebody higher. Everybody's on the same playing field when it comes to the kingdom, and so there's just a community that the gospel produces that Jesus is behind. I've just never been a part of before.
Amen.
And there's just a fruitfulness too of really going after lost people. Can you comment on just the sense of really going into the harvest? Talk a little bit about that.
You've seen there.
Yeah, definitely. People are hearing about God, about Jesus everywhere now. People are motivated by love and go and reach the family, reach their neighbors, even the mother-in-law they're reaching. So that's amazing.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So yeah, people they really get that they're really ready to sacrifice for the kingdom. They're ready to move some places, and that's what that's all about. Give it all for Jesus. Just do whatever, but just touch the nations, impact the people, love on people, change the world. Jesus came to change the world, and we're glad to be part of this. Like the brotherhood, the family that we're in is totally different. So that's when we can see that when Jesus said, "They will know, that you're my disciple when you love one another." And really, I feel that this is it. People will see this, and they will be really ready to follow Jesus. At this.
Now, is there an organization involved, or people with logos, or what's the driving force? Is No Place Left an organization, or what is it?
No, I think the driving force is Jesus. He says He builds His church, and we see that. And I think within the No Place Left community, there's some common tools and some common language, and there are some leaders that are leading through influence, but it's all built on relationship. And it's been sweet to see different organizations that are jumping in on the No Place Left vision, leaving their banners behind and taking on the Bible and the banner of Jesus and kind of flying under that vision. I mean, it's a hashtag, so they're flying under that hashtag of a vision for No Place Left. And so there's a kingdom collaboration, a kingdom cooperation, but I think also a kingdom force behind what's going on. That anybody, whether it's a 10-year-old girl or you're a 70-year-old president of an organization, you have as much say and can jump in by just simply obeying the Great Commission and making disciples, no matter what your age or level of experience is.
It seems to me, by seeing this movement of God, the sweetness of Jesus that I see in it, seems like it gives you hope that the Great Commission is just around the corner, the finishing the task. What do you think?
Amen. Yeah, we see every nation, every tribe, every country really getting on board of this. This vision really unite everyone. It doesn't matter what denomination, organization you are. This is it. We're gonna go work together and get it done. That's what we want, and we believe that we're super close to that because of the people are not doing it for money. People are not doing it for anything but just follow Jesus. We just want to do what Jesus started and command us to do. We're gonna get it done. So it's a really push and a force behind that. That's the Holy Spirit of God moving through people and doing the work.
Yeah, we can taste it. I mean, you can see the kingdom reproduce. You can see different local indigenous leadership raised up. We're seeing persecution, opposition, which I think is also an indicator. So I think that's the vision is set before us. We see it from the scriptures. We've got some tools that we see God using that I think people are ready to die for this. And so we believe it's going to happen. We're going to see Matthew 24:14 happen.
Amen.